Roadside Solutions is ready to help with your roadside emergencies serving the greater Cleveland area. They have the knowledge and experience to get you back on the move quickly with staff available 24/7 to help with flat tires, tire damage, changes, fuel delivery, vehicle lockouts, dead battery, or new battery installs. If you find yourself or someone you know in this situation, call a Guardian at 440-833-6000.
An inconvenience. Yeah, I apologize when I was. I swear I never meant to hurt anyone. I finally realized just how fragile things can be. The devil rests inside my chest, and he feels home here with me. What a difference one day makes, breaking down from my mistakes. I'm running out of gas and change, weaving in and out of lanes. We won't want to hear the truth when there's way too much to lose. Thought lost our way before, so let me go. 'Cause I'm on my way out, headed for the exit. Will you miss me now? Let me go. I'm on my way out, headed for the exit. So will you miss me now? Will you miss me now?
What's up? Jay Remy here, host of No Outlet Live. Are you considering or curious about how you could start your own podcast? Join Anchor. Anchor has everything you need to make a podcast for free. Monetize your podcast, one-click distribution, record from anywhere on the app, and they have unlimited free hosting. Download Anchor on the App Store or Google Play. Anchor, podcasting made easy.
No Outlet Live.
Hey, I'm Jay Remy, host of No Outlet Live. If you're in a podcast that explore any and everything, check us out. We stream anywhere you listen or watch podcasts, or just type No Outlet Live, one word, in your Google search bar to find the show. Live Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook. No Outlet Live, your road to boredom ends here. Do you like Tessa? Do you think this will be a date that can last?
Well, she's not very articulate.
The bottom of a whiskey bottle never seemed too pleased to see me. And I've been going through the motions like a cog in the machine. I will take the blame, I will tell the cops it was all me. And my bad ideas that push things past the point of no return. Despite all my fucking up, I'm trying to learn from all my mistakes that I keep making. In most days, I don't even want to leave my bed. Drowning in my dwelling, cement shoes filled with lead. Toughest part about trying to be a good person is remembering when you weren't. begin remembering all the ones you've heard. Sometimes forgiveness isn't something we deserve. And I think maybe you could love me in another life, but not in these times, no, not at this time. I've been trying so hard not to lose myself more than I have, any more than I have.
Are you looking for a place to have custom t-shirts made for your business? Well, we have the place for you. Flathouse Press works with 100% eco-friendly material for all of you conscious folks. They can also put out orders in a fraction of the time large-scale competitors can. They are a fun, locally grown Cleveland original company. Go to flathousepress.com and check out the variety of party toys, headbands, and clothing in their catalog.
We'll warn you right now, things may get a little fucked up and crazy. What's even worse is I had a kid come in and I was shitting in the urinal and he came in and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But if that's something you're into, then Mikes and Men is the show for you. The boys are gonna cover it all without holding back. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, and you could learn a thing or two. It's Mikes and Men, only on CBW.
The hottest DJ.
Buddy Addison's here to make sweet, sweet love to your ears whenever the fuck I feel like it. Tune in to CBW and maybe if you're lucky, I'll be on.
Or just invite me over for a good time.
Chapter systems are offline.
Number one. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
No Outlet Live with your favorite host on the North Coast,
Jay Remy,
and the ant on a rant, Anthony Miano.
Andrew isn't gonna have to punch you because I will.
No outlet, but I need to charge my phone.
No Outlet Live.
welcome back. It is another episode of No Outlet Live. You can find it everywhere. Just Google it or use your browsing, whatever thing you use to web browse. Look up No Outlet Live, one word, and you'll find us everywhere. We stream live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And I am Jay Remy, accompanied by the ant on a rant, Anthony Miano.
Yeah, that reminds me, are we still in trouble with YouTube?
No, we're not in trouble with YouTube anymore, but we do have to watch abuse of children. Even if it's like accidental, anything to do with children, we have to kind of watch
just to
out.
be safe, we should probably avoid using the word children.
I don't know about that.
Except to warn people that our program is not appropriate for children.
Yes. Now, if you are a new listener and if you are just getting into No Outlet Live, this show was created for mature audiences only, or immature.
Or audiences above the age of 18. Let's
Audiences above the age of 18 is the perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
You can really find us anywhere, but the best way to find every episode is on Spotify. If you follow us on Spotify, you will be able to watch the past couple of episodes with the video. But every episode except for episode 33. That is the episode we're talking about where we played a video with a mom that started playing virtual reality, which I want to work with you after the show. I want to get a little video of you trying out virtual reality for the first time.
Okay, I get a feeling it'll probably... Is it anything like playing Wii Sports with the remote where you can, swing it like a tennis racket? Or
No, it's really weird. You put on these goggles and you kind of... Your depth perception and everything changes. So when you see a cliff and you're standing on a cliff, it really does feel like you're standing on a cliff.
Wow. Now I'm wondering if anyone's tried to like simulate killing themselves with one of these things?
That it happens in certain games. You die in a bunch of the games for it.
And it feels like you really do fall.
Look, there's this game.
Way.
It was my favorite game. It's called Super Hot on VR. When you move, time follows your movement. So the faster you move, the faster time in front of you is. Okay? So the slower you move, the slower the world is in front of you. And your mission is that it's weird. It's a VR game. And at the beginning of the VR game, you put on a VR game. So it's Inception. You're in a VR that's in a VR. And then you got to kill people is pretty much the whole thing. Like there's weapons around you and you got to kill
I
a
half
room.
like it, half don't. I say half don't because I tried watching Inception and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I still remember it is Dark Knight Rises had multiple cast members from Inception in it, and they called it like a mini Inception reunion.
No, Inception was a weird movie because at the end they don't tell you what is really going on.
Oh yeah,
the whole
spinning
movie
top thingy.
Exactly. So the entire movie could have been a dream itself. Somebody dreaming about being within a dream, within a dream, within a dream. Anesthesia.
Yeah, I have a feeling Laughing Gas was probably involved when they wrote the script for that one.
Maybe.
Or some kind of stuff. That movie is like, I'm not sure if it's the drugs they were taking or the drugs they should be taking.
Yeah, I don't know. What kind of drugs do people take? I was just reading up about something earlier, and people are starting to advocate for microdosing mushrooms medically the same way that they do marijuana in certain states like Colorado, Michigan, California.
And how does one microdose mushrooms? Do you just like eat a very small piece, or how does that
I think they could, if they had a laboratory for it, like the way they do marijuana now at the dispensaries, they could give you a capsule with only so much. It would be like taking a vitamin, and you'd be able to microdose that, and they say it helps you with a lot of neurological stuff.
Now, with the mushrooms people do for like as a drug, are those like literal? Are those real mushrooms that get grown in the ground and then they lace them with something? How does that work? 'Cause
no, there's a certain mixture of like stuff to make a soil out of, and you get a fish tank, and with a certain lighting, you could just grow them in your house.
So that's what I mean. They are grown kind of like vegetables.
It's just like vegetables. There's a certain way to grow it. You got to have a certain soil, though. There's a lot of... It's like marijuana, how they figured out how to make that a controlled substance.
Yeah, on that note, I'm considering trying edibles. You'll have to recommend some for me.
Oh, I will. If mushrooms was... I've eaten mushrooms in my life, the psychedelic ones, and they're weird. Some people would tell you that they taste like sunflower seeds. And then me, I don't like mushrooms. I don't eat mushrooms on anything. But I threw them on like a Burger King cheeseburger and stuff like that, and it works. It has the effect.
I tried CBD gummies. I think I must have bought the wrong ones because they tasted just like regular gummies. Like I felt nothing.
CBD is more of a health thing. You would have to be eating CBD gummies for a long time. It's a long-term effect. If you stay on CBD, it helps you with certain things, but actually THC is the active ingredient that helps people with Parkinson's, people that have seizures.
I don't have any of those things, so what, should I stay away from it? Or
It depends on it. It also helps with depression, anxiety,
Oh, I've been diagnosed with those, like...
I'm super ADHD. Now, we just noticed a couple, I don't know what that was, 10 episodes ago, that we did ADHD tests. And we had my significant other do the same thing. But how she sees me with my daily life and my routines, and she's seen it all. So she said I was super ADHD. I measured myself as mediocre. Like I was 50-50, kind of not.
Yeah, I diagnosed you with you have attention deficit. Ooh, something shiny.
Yeah, it really is. If I catch something out the door, I'm like your dog. If dogs will look out the window and see a squirrel and just watch it, or like cats do that. I have that. If I look out, if I see something interesting, I'm kind of adverted, but not entirely. I can think of several things at one time and be able to work with it. I can handle several tasks at one time.
Hey, if you can manage, more power to you. I imagine you probably have some videos lined up that are going to make me, well, I would question your sanity, but I kind of just presumed it never existed in the first place.
As a matter of fact, I really do. Let's get into it. Oh, no, hold on. There was a big bell rung for no reason.
Bing! Oh, wait, you wanted the bell rung and it didn't, or you pushed the button and it didn't happen?
So what I want to say is that for people to understand this segment, I've always thought about this my whole life. Have you ever thought about writing your own Bible?
Well, the book I literally wrote and published last year was intended to be a conclusion to the ancient Greek equivalent of the Bible, so in a way, I kind of did.
Well, I want to write my own life, a memoir. I've already started some, and it's weird how, like, the Bible is written of a bunch of people, but to make a long story short...
Well, when you found a church, I expect to be appointed deputy vice assistant pope, or like the number 2 equivalent to whatever fancy title you give yourself.
Well,
and I want a salary, not just a title.
I just want a book. I just want to be the book of...
And we have to have fancy vestments.
Hold on, fancy... What's a vestment?
Vestments. You know, you've seen priests celebrating mass, right? You know, with the
they got the gown.
The gown, the thing that's like a big long scarf that goes down to their legs. I think it's called a stole.
A stool?
Stole, S-T-O-L-E. Or you've seen the Pope wearing all that fancy shit, right?
Yeah,
that stuff is called vestments or regalia. It's basic now.
That's all you want to be in my church?
Only if there's money involved. As L. Ron Hubbard, founder of the wacko cult known as Scientology, said, if you want to get rich, don't write books, start a religion.
Yeah.
And he did.
The truth. But would you feel bad if you started a church and it was like your church was doing bad things? I mean, that's how wouldn't you feel responsible if you were controlling people you're going to let me have the reins of a church and you'll back it as long as there's money, is what I'm trying to say.
Are you saying that's what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what you just said, kind
of. Look, I'm hurting, okay? I mean, I kind of meant it as a joke, but...
My church would be about real life, and I would be able to... I am the type of person to do as I say, not as I do kind of person. That would be one of our hymns.
As long as you're upfront about it, and I would recommend presenting yourself as a self-help guru rather than a...
Well, without further ado, the self-help guru, J. Remy himself, the holy book of J. Remy.
We will now read from the first chapter of the book of the Holy Prophet J. Remy. As Homer Simpson put it, If God needs money, why doesn't he just write another Bible? The first one sold pretty well.
Hold on. I'm trying to get your camera together. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah,
here?
I have no...
There we go.
Just to reassure our audience, I have no plans of fraudulently appointing myself a religious leader of any kind.
I think I would start a really good church. So let's jump into some of the videos that I have curated for today's show. I send them all to the No Outlet Live Facebook. On the Facebook, it's No Outlet and then last name Live, because I didn't make this as how everybody else's Facebook that has to do with the business. This is not that. My Facebook is like a person. Let me find where we left off last week. We saw that one last week. Second kid got no chill. Let me look at...
I don't think we watched that one last week.
No?
What's a lie that you've told your mom?
That I haven't taken her makeup, and I took a lot, actually.
What makeup have you taken?
I've taken some lipstick and some foundation. And some powder. And mascara. And some eyeshadow, maybe.
And
blush. I took some blush from her, too.
what's the biggest lie you've ever told your mom?
That she looked good in a dress even though she didn't.
Mom's reaction makes that one funny.
That was a low blow. What are you gonna get your mom for Mother's Day?
Flowers. Maybe a new dress. Burn that one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Damn, just picture how witty that kid's gonna be as an adult.
He's very disrespectful as a child. I think as an adult, he's going to be a problem.
I don't know. The correct answer to that first question should have been no comment.
Maybe.
Tucker, I love you.
Aw, nice doggy.
Cute dog.
I just want to jump into the screen and pet him.
Good boy,
Okay.
I love you too.
This is why I sent this in. I've been seeing so many videos of this. So what she has is these little buttons that people put on the floor, and they teach their dogs how to press a button to speak English back to you, and a lot of them actually use it appropriately. They do actually they understand the words, and they can communicate with you through these buttons on the floor. I've seen tons of these videos. It's blowing my mind. I wish I could teach my dog this.
I love you.
Look, he sees, and now he's like, oh, well, my word buttons are... And he said, I love you back.
What a good boy.
He repeated it.
You're such a good little boy. I just want to get right behind your ears.
Or are dogs just that stupid to where it's like, I know this button says that exact thing.
There was this
that was in her voice, too.
There was this British cartoon called Bob and Margaret about a British dentist and his wife, and Margaret's like, doggies, do you want to go to the park? And they're all like... And then he's like, they'll do that no matter what you say. Doggies, do you want to go to the vet and be put to sleep? And they're like,
yeah, exactly. It's how you use your tone of voice, I think, really.
Yeah, if you use the right tone of voice, Dexter will tear somebody in half.
Look at this kid walking in God mode. He's doing the Conor McGregor walk. Oh. That's little kid karate.
Good God, is that kid fully human?
Look how he's walking. He's like Goku. He already knows. He's like about to kick this kid's head off.
He's waving his arms around like he's drunk, but then he's all so...
He kicked the helmet off of that kid.
Maybe the helmet might not have been on correctly, but yeah.
Now, I'll be waiting for the
Dilemma,
comment.
That's a good one. I saw Dilemma. Kelly Rowland and Nelly was on the screen a little bit in the video menu. That's a good one. Nice early 2000s track.
How do you do with hot food?
Okay.
Are you willing to do it on the air?
Well, the last time I had wasabi, I took a bite. I was like, well, James, this isn't so bad. I don't see why everybody's, oh, crap! And then I was just like, I think I poured my entire glass of Pepsi down in, like, one sip.
Are you willing to do a hot challenge with me?
Sure, why not? We're desperate for ideas.
Well, this is an old one. It's already outdue. It's already been played out a little bit, but I want to try it myself because I love hot food. So I'm willing to
I bet you
get the
$20
chip.
I'll buy the chip won't even make a face.
Bet.
It's the one chip challenge. It was popular last year or 2 years ago.
It's nothing to me. That's a little. I'm not making a face, bro.
Delayed reaction.
I'm just coughing. I'm not making a face. Oh, it's hot.
Well, he's awfully bold eating that while he's out wearing that nice suit and tie. You know what I mean?
Milk.
You know, I really think we got to do the one chip challenge, man. I want to challenge myself. And it hurt Shaq. You could tell he tried to hide it because he was scared about.
Get some lettuce.
Oh.
And I'll get.
Oh, not this motherfucker again.
Not that one again. Oh my God.
That's a fat rib.
Hold on, let me replay this for you.
Yeah, what the hell happened? Was
He's
he...
smoking? Hold on. Let me
what was he trying?
So
was he smoking something and he
look
fucked it
at
up?
this.
What?
This is
Looks like
I don't know what this exactly could be.
It might be a joint or a black and mild.
No, this is I think somebody rolled just paper together. Made a roll of paper. You could do that when you smoke pot. You could just take the papers and roll them into, or there's like a couple flakes of weed in this. I don't know.
So how did he?
He did this on purpose. It's so disgusting.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around.
He sucks it in right there.
Oh, was this like when you try to make yourself throw up when you ingested something you shouldn't? Like,
I think Jackass had just come out, and this dude wanted to do something amazing. Now, if you look right here, let me make sure that we can see it. You can't really see what's in his mouth if you're watching the show, but this guy, it looks like it's just rolling papers that are just rolled up.
Because
now, right here, it's in his hand. 1 second later, still there. Let's go another seconds forward. It's gone. He sucked it in. That's what they call an airplane.
So he was trying to make himself puke.
He airplaned lighting a paper joint.
Why?
That was a fat rib.
That was a fat rip, dude.
I mean, it's well acted. I can't tell that the puking was intentional. I mean, he doesn't it look kind of accidental?
It does. It does. It's really cool that somebody filmed this.
And he had just been drinking Coke.
That was a fat rip.
It's like a train wreck. You can't help but look.
I love that video. That was good. Okay, so let's go into this. This is a demonstration of how fast the fires in California a couple years ago that swept through, and people were like, why don't you just leave? This is a fire department seeing a forest fire coming in, and they're there to try to help stop. You see this guy running away here? He's getting out because he already knows. I guess these forest fires that happen in California and on the West Coast, or in the one like in Australia, they move so fast that
they've got just that miles and miles of dry forest for kindling.
Yeah, I mean, and that happens on the West Coast here. This is Australia, I believe, but it moved in so fast. You already see the picture. It's kind of getting dark. It's really crazy.
100 kilometers per hour wind, so that's like
the
60
wind
miles
pushed
an hour.
it right into them. Look how fast this is. They were just able to pull out, and it's already like you could see it's happening. It was that was life or death within minutes.
Minutes.
Yeah, it would be a
nuts.
couple of minutes. You got about 5 minutes if it's 100 kilometers. Whatever that measurement comes out to.
All because a couple of dumbasses had a gender reveal party. if this is the wildfire incident I'm thinking of. Wow.
Yeah, look how fast that took over. That's really scary.
Yeah, fire is a...
Fire and drowning is the worst way to die.
Well, not that there's really any good ways to die, per se. I did hear a story once of somebody that almost had a more humiliating death.
You see that? Hold on, let me pull this back. There's a guy on a beach. He's having fun. Visiting the ocean. What is that? Oh, it's an orca. Oh, there's 2 orcas.
So maybe this is like the whale equivalent of 2 guys getting into a fist fight at the bar, and then they both like break the table nearby and spill some dude's drink all over him and accidentally knock him to the floor.
No, this is the equivalent of a gazelle running in the middle of an open field in a lion's den.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what this is.
And I'm guessing
this guy is on the shore. He's right now on the beach, and killer whales wash up to where you could just stand on the very shoreline and snag you up. Oh, there goes lunch.
So this is like the whale, the whale equivalent of the drive-through lane. See, notice.
Apparently, dude, and another one pulled up, and they ripped this guy in half, and they never see another piece of this man again.
Wow.
Yeah, gone, dude. Standing on the beach shore. He's on the shore of the beach.
Well, at least he got killed. At least he got killed by one of the bigger animals.
Yeah, that is like a triumphant. Maybe not triumphant. It's a very exciting way to go out. But
any
that
idea
is
what
sad, dude.
Any idea what the Spanish language caption said?
Solo a lápiz
Hold on.
de la suerte.
Hold on, I'm gonna. Okay, so
Solo.
rewind back to the beginning of the Spanish of the caption.
Let me find it. I think that's all it says.
No, there was more. There was a little more than that.
No, there's not.
No, keep going back.
Oh.
Okay, no todos.
No todos las paces
No
dan
todos.
suerte.
Las lápices
No lo
dan
todos
suerte.
los lápices
Not
dan suerte.
Not all pencils are lucky.
Ooh. Yeah, because he got snapped like a pencil by both of the whales.
Okay.
Now, what's the other one mean?
Solo
el lápiz de la suerte de. De la suerte de. What is it? Come on. Hit me
just
with it.
the lucky pencil.
Not all pencils break easy, just the lucky pencil. He was the lucky one. They got broke.
How is he lucky?
Because he got to go to God first. I don't know. That is horrible.
I
dude.
get the feeling that whatever they were trying to say with that caption doesn't exactly translate to English. I'm guessing.
Check out the slide.
Maybe they're saying he was lucky he died quick. I'm guessing that's what they were going for.
Do you? I mean, nobody really knows. Anybody that's died can't tell you how fast it happened.
Well, you could tell it happened pretty quick.
You know what I'm saying?
You could ascertain it happened quick.
Danielle got really scared of how I was driving earlier. We were looking at houses, and we were on the freeway. Somebody was cutting me off, and I was about to switch lanes, but there was a car beside me in my blind, in the blind side of my eye. Luckily, I looked behind my shoulder when I turned, so I stopped, and she started, like, bugging out. And she was like, I don't want to die in a car. And I was like, I ain't never died driving. I really love that one. But have you ever almost died on a slide?
No. It's actually been a few decades since I've been on a slide, period.
When I was a kid, I went down a really bad rusty slide, hemmed myself up. I got little cuts. And
I have trouble believing you stopped after you weren't a kid anymore.
I haven't gone down a slide in a long time.
Okay.
I'm scared of heights, actually.
Because I can see you doing it. Well, I could until you said you were afraid of heights. And...
Look at this slide.
Like, how did... like, that must have been a slick slide. Like... or was that slide greased up or something?
I don't know. He took it like a champ. You hear his head bouncing everywhere.
You know, I have a feeling if this kid ever files a personal injury lawsuit against anybody in his life, the defendant's attorneys are just going to play this and be like, yo, the plaintiff was already fucked up, Your Honor. We recommend he sue his parents.
Look at his body right here. He had so much velocity. He's
kind of like
coming down.
He's kind of like Ralph Wiggum. Dying tickles.
Yeah.
Wee! I'm a pop sensation.
You see this monkey just jump out of the tree? Hold on. You got it.
Monkey.
This monkey just jumped out of a tree in front of this guy.
Oh, that dude's about to get fucked up.
He flicked it in the wiener. You see how...
Oh, man, that dude was lucky not to get fucked up.
He thought it was knocked out, and he successfully resuscitated it by flicking it in the wiener.
You know, I actually wanted a pet monkey until I remembered that one lady got her face scratched up.
That was a orangutan. It wasn't a monkey like this. These little monkeys will jerk off at you, though. And they will, like, throw their poop at you.
Yeah, you know,
I wanted a monkey like that my whole life.
You know, I
was a huge fan of Ace Ventura.
You know, I once got investigated at work for saying that in frustration that my coworkers reminded me of monkeys flinging crap at each other.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I was referring to the apparent lack of it, and I guess what I ended up telling the boss. I said, "Listen, boss, this is a workplace where..."
Did you say it like that? Listen, boss.
Well, not quite like that. I said,
"Hey,
okay,
listen here,
I'm using
boss.
the word boss in lieu of his name, you know, for privacy reasons."
Hey, listen, dickhead.
So I said, "Boss, this is a workplace where people yell, 'fuck the police' in the middle of the aisle, make nooses out of twine, where we are supervised by a man who feels the need to inform us that he had just taken a large dump. You cannot deny there is a maturity problem here."
You a wild guy.
Yeah, and when that last part happened, I was like, "Thank you, supervisor, we need no longer worry whether your bowels are fully functional."
So let's check out this next...
meant to make a go challenge.
Now, do you think this is
I can't tell if he was
abuse to children if they do it to themselves? They got gumballs.
That's more like depicting... That's more child stupidity than child abuse.
He feels so confident. He's like, yo, check me out. We're going to throw these golf balls up. I'm about to die. Oh!
Yeah, I'm not sure which is where the one almost choked, and I think the other one... was the one on the left choking, or did he just fall over?
I don't know.
Also, I think they're British.
Well, this kid for sure right here where you see my cursor, he definitely really is choking because the way he hacked it out was true fear. If you see it in anybody's face, real fear,
yeah,
that was his face. Yeah, this kid, let's see what he does right here. So I think it hit him in the face and he just like falls over being goofy.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But this kid, you see this? This is the look into the camera where he's like,
I think he saw the Grim Reaper coming at him for a second.
He saw the light. Look at this face.
Yeah, that's gonna be like just long enough to maybe get this kid to rethink his life, or do it again. It could go either way.
This is when you know you're about to die. That's the face you make at a restaurant when a bone is in the fish and you didn't expect it or something like that. That is a rough, you know you're going to die face.
Wow. He looks kind of like a duck in that frame, doesn't he? Like,
all right, let's go. I think I only got it. Nope, that was the last one I had for us.
Wait, what's man's almost died on cam?
That's that kid. My man's almost
Hey,
died.
Go, challenge.
Also, judging by that shirt the one on the left was wearing, I think that's a soccer or a football club shirt. Those kids are going to be soccer hooligans one day.
Hey, do you think they're going to be getting drunk before the game, getting all crazy, and then fighting everybody in the stadium?
Yeah, like that movie Euro Trip. You ever seen that one? The British soccer hooligans.
I've seen a bunch of the Trip movies. I'm not sure if I saw Euro Trip.
Okay, yeah, so these two...
That's streaming right now, isn't it?
It's probably available somewhere, but these teenagers from Ohio end up on a road trip through Europe, hence the title, and two of them link up with the Manchester United football club, fan club, and they're all like, if you're not a mank, you're a wank!
So, have you ever watched Game of Thrones?
A little bit. No interest in the story, but I do find the women, I think, smoking hot is the proper term.
Oh, man, the queen, the mother of dragons, smoke show.
If I were in the same building as her, I would probably have a heat stroke.
Oh, man, me too. There's too much heat coming off of that pussy.
Yeah, okay, not a big fan of that word, but yes, I agree with the general sentiment.
So they're coming out with, on August 21st,
a prequel.
The prequel is coming out called The House of Dragons.
I'm honestly surprised no work of fiction has been called that before, because it sounds
That's
cool.
the mother of dragons' mom and dad. They are the House of Dragons.
Daenerys Targaryen's parents, right?
Daenerys Targaryen, or Daenerys? Yeah, because they call her Dany. Daenerys.
You know, speaking of that, I do understand she's either been hired or is likely to be replacing Amber Heard in the Aquaman series.
The chick that played the Mother of Dragons?
Yeah, Emilia Clarke.
Oh, I want to see her in all of it. Every movie, everything, ever.
Yeah, and she's probably saner than Amber Heard, but then again, so are most people in mental institutions. I mean...
You know she actually has dark hair.
Which one?
The Mother of Dragons.
Clark. Oh, yeah, I saw Terminator Genesis.
When she was the Mother of Dragons, she had that, like, super white hair.
Really? I thought... Oh, yeah. Well, wait, wasn't she also blonde? Or was
it was, like, super blonde to the point where it was almost white.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully this fares better than Terminator Genesis did. A movie that, by most accounts, should not have been made.
Are there any movies coming out soon that you want to see?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I might see Top Gun Maverick.
Oh my God. Top Gun, dude. That is the movie I have been dying to see. I've been talking about that for years. Even on this show, I have been.
You know, the Tom Cruise tried to get it made about a decade ago. Yeah, he was supposed to meet with producer Tony Scott one day, but I think just for lunch to talk it over. Tony Scott didn't show up, and guess why?
Why?
He killed himself.
All right, hold on. I'm about to show you. I don't think we've gotten in trouble too many times about this, actually, if we play a movie trailer. So let's check out the House of Dragons. This is the trailer for the new show of Game of Thrones.
What is this brief mortal life, if not the pursuit of legacy?
I, Rickon Stark.
I, Corlys Velaryon. I, Ormond Baratheon.
Promise to be faithful to King Viserys and to his named heir,
Princess Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
Because men were fucking stupid.
We play an ugly game.
Yeah, look at that. That's the dragon egg, dude. It's going down.
Wait, these people were like farming dragons, like the way you would breed horses and shit?
No. So what happens in... Oh, hold on one second. What happens in Game of Thrones is that their daughter, the people you just watched, their daughter got sold into slavery almost. Her brother was trying to sell her off for an army to get back the throne that his parents had. She was too smart. And she also has the bloodline. So she got sold off to this man that was like a super evil guy. He gifted her dragon eggs. She burned herself with the eggs, and it takes fire to hatch a dragon egg. So she lays in the fire, but because of her bloodline, she can survive fire. And that's how the dragons, that's like why she was right for the throne. It's a crazy, like, there's so much stuff going on in Game of Thrones that this has me going crazy because they speak about this story a lot in that show. And now we're going to get the explanation and get to see all of the old school stories.
So this could be the Game of Thrones equivalent to Star Wars Rogue One.
Hold on. We got Big Irv saying Top Gun Maverick. Hold on. Top Gun Maverick is going to be amazing. What's up, everybody from Dope Nerds? We had the podcast with the Dope Nerds podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Big Irv, my man.
Yeah, of course, there was also buzz that the other reason it took so long for a Top Gun Maverick sequel to get made is that Tom Cruise went so method, he got commissioned as a naval officer, went to flight school, and learned how to fly Navy airplanes for real.
Well, yeah, and he always does all of his own stunts. Tom Cruise is the shit. And they also have several other characters, and one of them is too beat up by getting old that I think they only put him in pictures.
Yeah, so just for a little bit of background, in real life, Tom Cruise's character would not, from the original Top Gun, would not be in the military anymore for one simple reason.
What is that reason?
His age. Because there's a policy called up or out, where you either got to get promoted or they get rid of you. And yeah, at his age, he
Let's
would
check
be...
out this trailer real quick, because this is coming out at the end of the month.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Dude, this movie's gonna be so sick.
Here I thought we were special.
Fellas, this here's Bagman.
Hangman.
Whatever.
What the hell kind of mission is this?
This is the transgender mission.
Everyone here is the best there is. Who the hell are they gonna get to teach us?
Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell.
Yes! Yes, it is!
Blunt. You are not my first choice. You are here at the request of Admiral Kazansky, aka Iceman. He seems to think that you have
the
something left to
Iceman.
offer the
So
Navy.
he's the one. Isn't he... His brother just shot somebody in a movie. We covered the story.
No, that was Alec Baldwin.
That's not a Baldwin?
No.
This guy's a Baldwin.
No, that's Val Kilmer. Not
Val Kilmer. Okay.
Yeah, you might remember him from the first movie.
Yeah.
This is actually going to be the in-universe reason why Tom Cruise's character is still in the Navy, because his rival / friendly enemy or frenemy from the original one is
frenemy.
Is a 4-star admiral who is able to pull the strings to keep someone like him in the Navy past the age where he should have been forced to retire.
You're a veteran.
Yes.
Have you ever seen people in this predicament? Like where you got like a frenemy in the midst of your job, somebody that's like somebody you really look up to and
you butt heads with.
Butt heads with.
When I was a diesel fueler, I was working. My commander in the Army Reserve was a manager for this energy company who hired several of his soldiers to work for him as diesel fuelers.
Oh, man.
And there was one fellow soldier who not only did I butt heads with, who I was like, dude, this job was 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and this guy was one of the hardest workers there is, I'll give him that, but he's like, yeah, I can't sleep between shifts because people are always calling me, and I would just be like, so just ignore it.
Yeah, turn your phone off or something.
Yeah, and this guy and his girlfriend had replaced me living with my 2 roommates right before I started that job. So, yeah, it was kind of a...
You got a long, in-depth life that I still don't know. There's a lot of things that happen in your life that we've never pulled out on No Outlet Live just yet.
Yeah,
there's always a new piece to the puzzle.
Yeah, although my opinion of him is more positive than negative. We watched the 2014 Super Bowl on his brand new iPad. That was the one where the Denver Broncos lost to the Seattle Seahawks, and I was like, what do the Denver Broncos and Bruno Mars have in common?
What?
They're both orange, and they both played terrible.
Oh, my God. Let's get back into this trailer.
Iceman. He seems to think that you have something left to offer the Navy. What that is, I can't imagine.
With all due respect, sir, I'm not a teacher. Just want to manage expectations.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he does. Oh, I love that scene. Because they're really in the jets doing this shit. Dude, that's fantastic.
And we're off.
I love that they waited to release this to get the real jet footage.
We're going into combat on a level no living pilot's ever seen. Not even him.
You think up there you're dead. Believe me.
My dad believed in you. I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
So you remember a long time ago when we talked about that fighter jet that can lift off the ground and then just shoot straight into the sky.
Yeah, it's called a Harrier or VTOL.
The VTOL?
VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. It's basically military aircraft might sometimes have to fly out of, shall we say, less than ideal places.
This is it right here.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they put this into the story at all. Now this is one of the newer jets, the F-35, the BF-01 F-35, just lifts off the ground and then shoots into the stars because it has that. You just saw the booster point at the ground. That's what makes it do that. Is that they can fold the booster around.
The idea, the reason the military wants this is because what advantage does that give you for taking off?
Quick exit, quick entry.
Well, that and it doesn't need a long ass runway to take off from. That's the main advantage.
You don't need nothing. You can land that thing everywhere and take off from everywhere. Unless you're in mud.
I don't know.
I mean, you can't do mud. But everything else, you're blasting right out of there with this.
Yeah, because wherever they have it landing, they're still going to want to have it landing somewhere with the support facilities necessary to maintain aircraft, like fuel,
But they plan
ammunition.
all that stuff. This thing will go. They'll plan out a destination anywhere in the world and just really fucking do work with that thing, dude.
Yeah, if this is the aircraft I'm thinking of, it hasn't exactly worked out very well. F-35.
I thought that was like one of the most expensive jets.
Yes, and they've spent several
billion, a couple trillion.
Oh no, I think they're into the tens of trillions now, and that's just what's been released to the public.
Yeah,
I have a feeling that this project was such a fuck up that somebody probably went into his office one day, found his desk empty except for a pistol and one bullet and a pad of paper and a pen.
Oh, hold on. Let me jump right back into this. Let me go back to the trailer because we have...
The point is...
On our stream, somebody, Modini, says, the volleyball scene, please. I agree. Because the volleyball scene is...
It's one of the most homoerotic... It's the most accidentally homoerotic scene in movie history. Because do you remember the song that was playing during that scene?
But the new one, they try to recreate it.
Yeah, but do you remember the song from the original Top Gun volleyball scene?
Went to the danger zone.
No. That was from the scenes with the planes taking off and shit. No. From the volleyball scene, it was that song, Hanging with them boys.
Oh, it's Hanging with the Boys?
Yeah. Why? Just play some of it. It'll be obvious. Yeah, just play the. Or do you want...
Yeah, we'll go to the original and then we'll play the new one.
Crash and burn, huh, Mav?
Slider. You stink.
Ooh, you stink, Paul. I don't know if we're allowed to play this.
Hold on.
We gotta wait. We gotta wait. What is like the punchline? Where the chorus? I don't know how much we can play, so I'll just chop it up. It's coming up.
Now.
Yeah, playing with my boys.
Okay. Oh, and
playing with some wiener.
Oh, and Val Kilmer's teammate in this one, Slider. You might recognize him from the first Terminator as one of the many victims of the Terminator.
touching on some boys all the time.
Yeah.
I've been touching on a
Fun
boy.
fact, you know, have you ever heard In the Navy by the Village People?
Hold on. We got to find the new volleyball scene. I know that's got to be on here. It has to be, because I know I saw a version of this.
Okay, yeah. Go. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what you got to do.
I don't think they probably took all of it off the internet, dude. But they're diddling some boys. That's what they do.
Yeah, you ever heard that song, In the Navy by the Village People?
Of course.
Yeah.
You bring that song up a lot. Was that one of your, like, jams?
No, but I find it funny because the Navy, I've heard the brass almost made it their official song back in the 80s, and then someone told them what the Village People were really about.
Oh, my God. So Modini says, slow motion, sweaty mans.
Yeah, the Navy almost pulled its technical support for Top Gun over that. I'm kidding. They could not have been more helpful with making that movie. Actually, the movie would have been nothing like it was without their help.
Well, the thing that really gets me is that Tom Cruise really sticks to his guns. No pun intended. This Top Gun movie, he was like, I need actual footage out of the craziest jet pilots that I could get into this movie to drive me around to do this. Because most of them cockpits, don't they have like they got two seats. There's one person that's actually driving the jet, and then you got somebody behind you that could kind of help.
Well, the guy in the other seat in one of those planes is called what's if I understand correctly, radio intercept officer. I don't know what they do, but that's somehow the Navy determined that it's better to have those two jobs split between two guys rather than
right,
one.
Which means you could teach Tom Cruise the backseat job very easily, and he could hire everyone else to fly all of the other jets. That could be professional Air Force pilots.
Navy
yeah. Pilots, Air Force, whatever.
Yeah, and the Navy
it's the same thing, ain't it?
No. The Navy doesn't have...
The Air Force has pilots.
Yes, the Navy does not have pilots. They have naval aviators, and use that refer to a naval aviator as a pilot in front of him. They will not let you get away with that.
I'll aviate your naval.
Right. Once again, Jeremy manages to be more homoerotic than anything in that volleyball scene.
With that being said, this is No Outlet Live. We're about to go to a quick break. You could always call us at 216-647-0067. And don't forget, if you're stuck on the side of the road, you need a car detail, you need your car towed, you got a flat tire, you got a dead battery, you could call in Guardian at 440-833-6000. This is No Outlet Live, found on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts, Apple Music. We're on
Twitch.
Audible. We're on Twitch. We're on the iHeartRadio
We're on YouTube
app.
as long as we don't depict any children getting hurt. Who would have known that would be one of their buttons?
And also, not to forget that one thing that I was thinking about a lot is that the iHeartRadio app has a talk back button that people could listen to the podcast, and while they're listening, they could hold the talkback button. I don't know if we have that on ours yet. I'll look into that. If you could use the talkback button on the iHeartRadio app, please use it with us. And we will return right after this quick break.
Stay tuned. No Outlet Live. We'll be right back.
to help with your roadside emergencies, serving the great Guardian Roadside Solutions is ready to help with your roadside emergencies, serving the greater Cleveland area. They have the knowledge and experience to get you back on the move quickly, with staff available 24/7 to help with flat tires, tire damage, changes, fuel delivery, vehicle lockouts, dead battery, or new battery installs. If you find yourself or someone you know in this situation, call a Guardian at 440-833-6000.
An inconvenience. Yeah, I apologize when I was. I swear I never meant to hurt anyone. I finally realized just how fragile things can be. The devil rests inside my chest, and he feels home here with me. What a difference one day makes, breaking down from my mistakes. I'm running out of gas and change, weaving in and out of lanes. We won't want to hear the truth when there's way too much to lose. Thought lost our way before, so let me go. 'Cause I'm on my way out, headed for the exit. Will you miss me now? Let me go. I'm on my way out, headed for the exit. So will you miss me now? Will you miss me now?
What's up? Jay Remy here, host of No Outlet Live. Are you considering or curious about how you could start your own podcast? Join Anchor. Anchor has everything you need to make a podcast for free. Monetize your podcast, one-click distribution, record from anywhere on the app, and they have unlimited free hosting. Download Anchor on the App Store or Google Play. Anchor, podcasting made easy.
No Outlet Live.
Hey, I'm Jay Remy, host of No Outlet Live. If you're in a podcast that explore any and everything, check us out. We stream anywhere you listen or watch podcasts, or just type No Outlet Live, one word, in your Google search bar to find the show. Live Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook. No Outlet Live, your road to boredom ends here. Do you like Tessa? Do you think this will be a date that can last?
Well, she's not very articulate.
The bottom of a whiskey bottle never seemed too pleased to see me. And I've been going through the motions like a cog in the machine. I will take the blame, I will tell the cops it was all me. And my bad ideas that push things past the point of no return. Despite all my fucking up, well, I'm trying to learn from all my mistakes that I keep making. Yeah, most days I don't even wanna leave my bed, drowning in my dwelling, cement shoes filled with lead. Toughest part about trying to be a good person is remembering when you weren't. in remembering all the ones you've hurt. Sometimes forgiveness isn't something we deserve. And I think maybe you could love me in another life, but not in these times, no, not at this time. I've been trying so hard not to lose myself more than I have, any more than I have.
It ain't delivery. It's the best podcast live on Saturdays.
It really is, because you are tuned into No Outlet Live, one of the best podcasts you will ever find on a Saturday night. This is us. You're hanging with us. Anthony Miano sending stuff, and we got things coming from everybody on every which way. This is really cool. I'm really enjoying this.
Actually, don't send that picture. Put that picture on here. I meant that was to make a point while we were talking offline. Anyway, so
right.
We've got to get into something Danielle sent us.
Okay, yeah, we're about to jump into some stuff that was sent by listeners and family, and we got all kinds of people talking to us on the stream and all that. So let me pull up what comes from Danielle. It must be this. Let me put a little bit of volume in here. Nice car. We got somebody walking across the street with a bag. This is somebody's like ring cam or something. Oh, they're dumping gas on their car. They had it in a bag and in water bottles.
Well, I guess that attracts less attention than the gasoline canisters.
And they parked up the street so that when they walk up to the cameras, you don't see their car or the license plate.
And I think whoever this is has gone by that house before and knows this person well, because
they lit it. Here it goes. There goes that person running off.
Do you think that person's going to be identifiable from this video?
No.
I don't, yeah.
It would have to be he or she say. Or, it's so hard to say. He or she say.
Hearsay.
Hearsay. Hearsay, beer say.
Yeah, I think you've had a little too much beer say.
Shut up.
Make me.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, have you ever been so mad at somebody you light their car on fire? I wonder what this is really about. As a matter of fact, I could probably... That was it. Okay. Let me go into the comments. Let's see what's really going on here. Oh, this is in Euclid. This is a Euclid Fire Department.
And it happened.
Would you help us catch an arsonist? This fire was intentionally set to a vehicle today. And it shows the address. But this was 4 days ago in Euclid. Let's look at these comments, dude. This is crazy. This is right by where we are broadcasting from, just outside of Cleveland, Ohio. There's a city called Euclid. And then outside of that city is another little city. It's all pretty much Cleveland. People are saying, oh my God, I hope they catch him soon. Holy shit. Hold on. Fullerwood. They can't be too far from here. This is like... This isn't very far from here. Whoever lives in the home, I would be petrified. I pray to God you could police keeps an extra eye out for this person. What the hell is going on?
Wait, Fullerwood. It's 1.2 miles from here.
Exactly. This is crazy. People are just running up and setting people's cars on fire.
Okay, hold on. Look at that comment by Adrian Munford.
Insurance job. Behind on the note and didn't want to give it back. Repo was in progress. As an insurance agent, I've seen numerous jobs done like this. It's going to turn into a big headache for the vehicle owner and possible legal actions. It's not worth it.
So that was possibly the...
Yeah, that's the owner of the car or a friend of the owner to get that insurance money to get a new car because they don't want to fix something stupid like the brakes.
Yeah, you know, one of my
Shocks.
best friends is an insurance adjuster who was a mechanic for a long time, and he's telling me that it's so common. People will buy a new car. They will just put as many miles on it as they can before, major maintenance comes up.
Yeah.
And then just sell it.
Yeah. That's the weird thing about insurance is that people can capitalize on it, and some people spend their whole lives paying for it that never need it. That's the weird thing about insurance.
Yeah, as Chris Rock put it in one of his movies, he's like, insurance, does anyone ever feel insured? No, they should call it in case if.
Let's see what else Danielle sent in. I know I've missed a couple of them.
No, we saw that one last.
Yeah, we saw this.
Oh, yeah. Didn't the kid, yeah.
Yeah, we saw
not this motherfucker again.
Not that guy. Not him. So, besides that, we are a show that likes to talk about the news. So, are you ready for some news, Anthony?
Yes.
Miano.
And somehow I managed to avoid anything fast food related this week.
Oh, tell us about it.
Well, let's see. We have one dumbass being sentenced for a dumbass. We have a ancient Roman bust. Actually, all three of my stories do involve some criminal activity, though.
Oh, shit. Well.
Except in one of them, I am certain the offender is dead and will probably never be identified.
Whoa. So let's get into some fire news with Anthony Miano.
No Outlet News with Anthony Miano.
Never mind, this offender committed in this case, the offender committed a 80-year-old crime. And they have no idea who he was.
Okay, so remind me of what this story is. That's
Oh, sorry, that last one.
Business Insider?
No, the last one is the one with the
NBC.
Crime. Sorry, the hyperlink wasn't in there.
It's okay. So let me share my screen real quick. On NBC News, a woman bought a sculpture at Goodwill for $34.99. It was actually a missing ancient Roman bust. What is a Roman bust? It is believed a U.S. soldier fighting in World War II likely bought the sculpture from Germany to Texas, according to San Antonio's Museum of Art.
A bust is like a portrait, but it's just of someone's head.
No, the bust is the torso, because I've seen statues like this in museums where they got a statue of a woman's her guts and her boobs.
Okay, a bust is defined as a sculpted or cast representation of the upper part of the human figure depicting a person's head and neck and a variable portion of the chest and shoulders.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Some
you
titties.
Never want leftover
there's no tits involved.
Or any food residue on any of your surfaces.
Hold on.
But that's what you could be doing if you're cleaning with a...
This is not a paid ad, therefore it is not allowed on this show.
Yeah, I had to mute that. You're not even allowed to see this right now because they're trying to hit us with commercials.
Blindfold yourselves. Avoid tainting your eyes.
Yeah, you're just looking at an echo of No Outlet Live until this commercial is over.
And we're
back.
Fun Friday here, so we wanted to keep it going because there are a couple stories that caught our eye. This one's right up Jill's alley here. We know how much you love to search for treasures.
Yes, I love this. So a woman in Texas actually found a treasure at a Goodwill store. Okay, here's Laura Young spotted with this bust, which was not a bust. She paid $34.99 for it. So get this. This is how she drove it home. I guess she got to be in the HOV lane in some ways.
Stop
and
it.
turns out it's actually from ancient Rome.
No.
Once belonged to King Ludwig the First of Bavaria. The bust went missing around World War II.
What?
How it ended up in Texas, no one knows. It will be on display at the San Antonio Museum of Art before being returned to Germany. So she found the bust, $34.99. She's getting a nominal fee for it. It's not disclosed, but it's a treasure. I mean, it just teaches you, my flea market, you never know what you're going.
She's not lying. So this shows you that if you go to the Goodwill, you go any of these thrift stores, pawn shops, you'll never know what you come across because people are selling. This is the oldest story in the book, is that an ancient relic, something that is worth millions, it's a treasure, it's literally a treasure, could be bought for the smallest amount of any type of currency.
I have a feel. Yeah, the nominal fee wasn't disclosed, but I have a feeling
she made millions.
Yeah, I'd be like,
that's a $10 million piece of art that she just bought for $35.
And its estimated age is right about 2,000 years old.
Dude, that is insane to buy that for $35.
Yeah.
And you become a millionaire overnight.
Now, they said it's not known how it went from and this went missing from somewhere in the Bavaria region of Germany. And they don't know how it ended up in Texas. It's
just it goes hand to hand. People will find shit, buy it.
Well,
not understand what they have.
The most likely explanation is that an American soldier after World War II smuggled this thing home. Hence, before this segment, I said why.
Yeah, but how did it end up becoming $35?
Well, what I'm thinking happened was
somebody died. Their grandkids had to,
or maybe the widow,
somebody had to get rid of everything in a house, sell the house because it was in limbo. Somebody's got to handle stuff when you die.
And it's my understanding sometimes you can just pack everything in boxes. Depending on where you live, you can call Goodwill or a charity and be like, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff I want to donate. They might even come to the address and pick it up for you.
Dude, could you imagine this being your donation? I mean,
I have a feeling.
Who would donate this?
Okay, I can think
They must have not known their family very well because their grandfather took it from Germany, it said?
Yes. Now, what I think there is one reason I can think of somebody would donate it to Goodwill while having any idea what it is or what it might be worth. And you know what that is?
No.
Not wanting the attention on them.
To sell it for $35?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Come on. Attention doesn't matter when you're about to make... You could have sold that for $100,000.
Yeah.
But this lady just bought it for $35 and is about to make millions with a museum.
No, I'm talking about whoever donated it, whoever had it before
they
didn't
went to want Goodwill. Money.
No, what I'm thinking is
you can step aside from tabloids.
I think your explanation is probably more accurate, that it was most likely the previous owner died and someone just donated it without. But here's
even the people, let's say you die and you got all of these old things. Let's say your family isn't going to clean up after you and get rid of your place, take in your stuff. Say you don't have family. Another service will come in and they're going to not thinking nothing of it. I would see that and think that was bought at Walmart.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. I'm thinking, suppose this soldier brought it home, and let's say his widow somehow knew, had some idea what it was, and they tried to sell it. That might be a problem. You know why?
Why? That doesn't explain this, though.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It might be interpreted by the authorities as trying to sell stolen property.
Oh, yeah, you kind of do have a point there.
Yeah.
I didn't really think of that.
That's why I'm thinking, like, especially, or maybe the widow found it, and maybe she probably doesn't have a lot of time left, and she's like, oh shit, this is hot property. I don't want that kind of heat.
They said it's World War II, though, so wouldn't that be past the...
I don't
know what international
here's
things
the thing,
are.
Here's the thing with statutes of limitation. It might vary according to country,
but if it's international, I don't know if there is a statute of anything.
Yeah, but it might also be different circumstances because it crossed international borders. It's kind of like how...
This was made by a king, dude.
Or by a very talented sculptor.
No, they said it in the thing. It was made for a king.
Made for, which means, he would have hired an artist. It might also been... They're not actually sure exactly who it was or who commissioned it, but
get this. This is how
that thing with international.
Hold on.
She got to be in the HOV lane in some ways, and it turns out it's actually from ancient Rome.
No.
Once belonged to King Ludwig I of Bavaria. The bust went missing around.
The first of Bavaria, the first king of Bavaria.
That was. Germany was a bunch of city-states before it became a unified country. But that thing with international...
I heard that my last name was Bavarian, I think, before.
I have no idea.
A lot of people have heard my last name and interpreted it because I've met a lot of people from around the world. And it's weird. Everybody has like a different explanation for what my last name is. This could be a statue of somebody related to me.
Okay, so King Ludwig I of Bavaria built a full-scale model of a house from Pompeii in this town called...
Pompeii is super ancient.
So
they just dug up Pompeii.
Yeah, this bust was once in the town of, I'm pronouncing this the best I can, Aschaffenburg, Germany, in a model of a house from Pompeii that was commissioned by this Ludwig I of Bavaria. So this would have been hundreds. So this house was built centuries after that bust was made. It's just that this bust found its way into the possession of this King Ludwig, and
yeah, that's crazy. I mean, somebody came up. That lady.
Also,
this lady right here.
Also, I just got a little piece of the puzzle as to how this thing went missing.
This lady came up, dude. She just came up. Look at her. She was like, let me put on my lipstick. Let me make sure that I take a beautiful photo with this thing to let everybody know. I bought this at the Goodwill for $35, and I'm a millionaire now.
Yeah, she had no idea what it was, so she doesn't have to worry about being prosecuted for, trying to sell stolen property.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. I am so happy for this lady.
Oh, yeah, and the house where this thing used to be was damaged by aerial bombing in World War II. And
holy shit.
I think that partially explains how it went missing, because I think what I'm thinking was this soldier must have been, like, working on the cleanup detail, that kind of thing, like hauling away.
Yeah, he saw that, and he was like, I got to keep this.
And people probably assumed that it had been blown up.
He had to have smuggled this. There's no way you could come back from war with this in your bags.
Well,
he had to have had a team of people.
They didn't get searched.
There could be a movie made about this, like National Treasure.
What I'm thinking was maybe he probably knew a couple of guys that worked on airplanes, and maybe he just was able to pack it in the smallest box that he could, and he probably just slipped a guy on an airplane crew a couple of bucks to slip it onto a plane.
There's no telling. I wish somebody would dig into that story. That's not going to be us.
Hence, that's why I said the offender in this case, aka the guy that originally stole it, has to be dead by now.
So let's move on to the next story from FoxNews.com. Everybody's heard of this story. Hold on. Let me... Oh. Okay, so on Fox News, they have a story about Dave Chappelle's attacker. Everybody knows about this. So, let's just get into it. How do you feel about the attack on Dave Chappelle?
Well, my mind was blown when I found out the motive. And this is something you got to file under. You can't make this shit up. So apparently, when this incident happened on Tuesday, Dave Chappelle asked the venue security to let him into the room where they were holding this guy while they waited for the police to come get him, because he wanted to talk to him. He just said, "Why the fuck did you do that?" And guess what the guy told him?
What did he say?
So this guy that attacked him in Los Angeles was from Brooklyn, New York. And apparently his grandmother had been priced out of her apartment due to gentrification. So somehow in this guy's mind, he thought flying across the country to try to beat down Dave Chappelle in Los Angeles would bring attention to that.
That's the weirdest thing to ever do, because for real, we are living in a time where we get to see very few legends. There's not legends like there used to be anymore. There's not we don't have a Bruce Lee of today. We don't have, some people like to contest it, but we don't have Michael Jordan. We got LeBron James. He's kind of close to Michael Jordan, but that's not a Michael Jordan.
What about Tom Brady?
Before Tom Brady, we had...
because we have Tom Brady now.
Tom Brady is really good, but I feel like he had a right set of cards to play.
And I
think things kind of were moved.
And guess which team he started out with on this journey?
Michigan.
Well, I meant professionally.
No, fuck him. He's Michigan.
No, I mean professionally.
Fuck Michigan.
It wasn't Michigan. Just shut up for a minute.
He played for Michigan.
Yes, but guess who he played for after Michigan?
He played for the Broncos, right?
No.
Who was it?
It wasn't even an NFL team.
Hold on.
He briefly played Major League Baseball.
No, he didn't.
For the Montreal Expos.
I've never heard of this.
I shit you not. Type it into Google, Tom Brady.
Tell me more about this.
I would never have known until I saw the picture. Type in Tom Brady, Montreal Expos, baseball. Ooh, baseball card. That's even. Yeah. So look at the image results.
This is, hold on. Let me share my screen real quick so you don't just see Anthony pointing at the screen. This is Tom Brady
throwing a baseball.
Throwing a ball. Hold on, dude.
Yeah, he was drafted by the Montreal Expos in the 1995 Major League Baseball draft.
Hold on. Let's look at this. What is this? This is in Etsy. Oh.
Scroll down. Okay,
that's Mike Trout. That's somebody else. Tom Brady, 1995 MLB card right now goes for $2.55 on Etsy. This is him playing as catcher?
Yeah.
Is that was his position?
Yes.
He was playing catcher. Wow, Tom Brady is a catcher.
And the Montreal Expos don't even exist anymore.
No shit.
In fact,
I had no idea.
They were probably the biggest victim of the 1994 Major League Baseball strike.
I forgot how we even got to there from Dave Chappelle.
You said we didn't have legends anymore, and I was like, well, Tom Brady, and then I went on into how he played for the...
Dave Chappelle is a legend.
In comedy.
He's a extreme comedy legend. This is a bigger legend than we've ever had. I think Dave Chappelle, I hold him in a higher regard. I'm sorry to all of the comedian fans and everybody. He's bigger than Richard Pryor. He's way bigger than...
I don't know. I don't think he'll ever top that bit about... remember Richard Pryor's thing about freebasing cocaine?
Dave Chappelle is the best comedian to have ever lived.
Well, when you light your ass on fire, you will sober your ass up quick. That was Pryor, not Chappelle.
Hold on. So everybody's already seen it. This is the knife gun right here. This guy smuggled in a pistol, a fake pistol that flips out into a switchblade knife.
And it wasn't even a real pistol.
He never even had the chance to pull it out. And if you see everybody's seen the video to where you know that he didn't harm Dave Chappelle really at all. He barely even took him to the ground. His tackle was weak.
And the fact that he didn't use that fake weapon, or that he didn't get a chance to really, is the reason he's only catching misdemeanor charges, because...
I heard it was felony charges.
They considered felony, but the thing is, the Los Angeles City Attorney's Office...
No, hold on. Let me rephrase this. He's actually not getting charged with really anything because it's L.A. And L.A. does not charge people with crime.
They don't?
Dude, it's just like New York.
You didn't know that California is the home of the 3 strikes law?
New York and California has been letting people steal $1,000 of property out of your store without charging them.
I was going to say, because L.A. is the city that inspired everything that came out of NWA. Like, if L.A. didn't charge people with crimes, do you think we ever would have gotten that NWA song 100 Miles and Running?
Hold on, let's check out this clip from TMZ of Dave Chappelle getting tackled on the stage.
Cable is one of the most prolific producers that hip-hop has ever presented, the mighty Mad Lib. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for hip-hop history.
Wait,
Isn't that crazy? Now look at it. It's in slow-mo. He jumps up there. Bang! But he doesn't really take him down that well.
Okay. Chappelle did get knocked on his ass.
A little bit.
But
not that bad.
I'll tell you who's really going to get knocked on his ass after that one.
So that comes up right here. Look at this crowd over here where my cursor is at. People are beating the shit out of this guy over here. Look at it. He's curled up, trying to hide from all of these people that love Dave Chappelle. They know he's a super legend.
Yeah, but you know who's really going to get knocked on his ass for this incident?
Do you really think that this was real? I'm going to be the first to say it. I almost think like this is fake because of the Will Smith smack.
Yeah, but do you think...
This is what gets the tabloids and everybody talking about you and to buy tickets to see what you will say about it.
Yeah, and guess what he said about this?
What did he say?
He said he was attacked by a trans man, and I'm like...
It's not a trans man. It's just some rapper. Or is it a trans rapper?
I don't
know. It's ridiculous.
But you know who's really going to get knocked on his ass for that incident?
I've been asking you forever.
Unless it was staged, like you said, his head of security for letting that happen. His ass is most likely fired.
I don't know if it's like a head of security thing.
Well, somebody is getting fired.
Fire.
Yeah, I can't even remember the disco song that one's from. It's like, fire. At least I think it was a disco song, but I think the fire they were referring to was on the dance floor, but the reference still works. You know what I mean?
Let's jump into another news story here. And you have sent in...
Yeah, so this is an update.
From the Insider, businessinsider.com.
This is an update to a story we covered last year. You might remember the story of Mr. Drunken Jackass who was duct taped to his seat on a plane.
Is this the one where the dude that looked like Brock Lesnar kind of put him in his place?
No, I think you're confusing that.
There was a couple of them that happened last year.
Well, no, last week, I think you're getting it confused with last week's story about the guy that was heckling Mike Tyson and got punched.
I'm not confusing it. I know that there was this guy that looked like Brock Lesnar. He kind of muscled down some kid.
This might be the same story, but yeah, so the guy who had punched a male flight attendant, which that part I missed the first time, and the one who was drunkenly groping two female flight attendants was
That's what I'm talking about. And then there was some fella that came down the aisle.
Well, let's see if there's a video here.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm not really sure if I see one. I'm getting a lot of pop-ups over here on the side.
Why don't we try going to YouTube, see if there's a...
Actually, you know what? Man who groped Frontier flight attendants, 60 days jail. Okay.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I'll see if we can find the video from the original incident. Man who groped flight attendants.
I don't think that's how it started. Flight. This is it.
Yeah, okay.
Video you will see only on Local 10. An unruly passenger attacking an attendant.
He eventually had to be duct taped to a seat. Local 10's Bridget Matter is live with what set off this flight fight. Bridget.
This video really jaw-dropping. Nicole and Calvin, things getting so out of hand in the air. This man is duct taped to his seat. Tonight, we're hearing from the man who shot the video.
This is cell phone video of an unruly passenger on a Miami-bound Frontier flight Saturday. According to Miami-Dade police, the angry passenger is 22-year-old Maxwell Bear.
This isn't the one that I was thinking of, but what is the update on this? Let's go back to the Insider.
Yeah, so he was sentenced to 60 days in jail earlier this week and a $2,500 fine.
Oh, he really didn't get no time at all. I think it's a disgusting miscarriage of justice, in my opinion. Jordan Galarza from the told the WPLG, people on that aircraft saw justice happen more than what we saw today. It was a flight attendant on that flight. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that dude kind of deserved it.
Yeah,
he was acting like a little douchebag.
He is lucky not to be getting felony time. I can tell you that much.
So I also found a couple of news stories earlier myself. I'm hoping that there's a video in this. I didn't look too far into it. From the Fox8.com. Fox 8 is Cleveland. That's where we are stationed. They say that they saw or they heard a noise coming from the black hole in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy.
I'm wondering how that's possible.
They
Because a black hole is basically a giant vacuum in space that even light can't escape from. So I'm wondering, how did sound get out of it?
That's it. Creepy.
You know, just this visual
Is that
reminds
the
me.
sound of God?
Maybe. The visual here just reminds me why I kind of wish I could have lived later in human history.
Yeah, you might be right about that. Yeah, that was
This
the sound
is what great sleep looks
from
like.
the
It's
middle
called the purple mattress.
of the Milky Way galaxy.
And the sound had nothing to do with a purple mattress, just in case you heard any of that.
Not one bit of it. I also sent in a story about, okay, so have you ever had Bojangles?
No, but I'm thinking of a Pitbull song.
Why do you gotta think of Pitbull?
You know, the rapper. He's got a song that's on my bag mix called...
Wagga, 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 Bojangles.
No, the song's literally called Bojangles.
So what's going on right now is that all of these fast food places are in a money grab right now, and they're trying to find new markets. Everybody wants to get in new markets. Bojangles is going to make a foothold in Northeast Ohio. That is all of us. You in Akron, me in Cleveland. We're going to see more Bojangles pop into our market.
Well,
now, I've had Bojangles in North Carolina. That's where they're from. I'm not a fan. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, what's wrong with them?
I don't know. KFC's better than Bojangles. But if you're in Cleveland, you have to go to Kim's Wings. If you want good chicken, you go to Kim's Wings. That's where it's at. You don't go to KFC or Bojangles. And if it became a debate on Bojangles or KFC, I'm going with KFC.
Oh, yeah.
Bojangles isn't that great. So I'm very curious. But they also have breakfast.
KFC doesn't.
They got an amazing breakfast here at Bojangles. You could get like the ham croissant with cheese or whatever. They got some good country fried breakfast. The legendary North Carolina-based chicken and biscuits chain has announced its intentions to open 10 new restaurants across the region. It's all a part of the company's attempts to expand its presence in the Midwest and the Mid-Atlantic, including its first ever foray into the Buckeye State. So they're coming here. They're about to bring us their biscuits and gravy and all their good stuff.
We've been talking about today is May 5th, also known as Cinco de Mayo, a day to celebrate with people of all different ethnicities, but also showcase the importance of Mexican
I probably
history,
shouldn't even be
heritage,
playing
and
that.
culture. Sure.
I don't think that's the one. That's celebrating Cinco de Mayo. That ain't what we want to watch. I want to watch something about,
Thank you.
Oh,
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Let's find some
We love what
Bojangles.
you've done with the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is Bojangles, Cleveland. Bojangles, Cleveland, Ohio. We don't find shit. Oh, that actually...
Sure, yeah, no doubt.
This
Jasmine
is it.
Monroe joins us live this morning at Blue Habanero. Jasmine, good morning to you on Cinco de Mayo.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, I'm already starting early. What time is it? 5:36-ish? Yeah, I mean, you already need to get started. Today, we'll be celebrating all day long, but we wanted to do it the right way. We came out to one of our favorite...
I don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything about Bojangles in this video.
It says it's
not
in
going
it.
anywhere. Maureen, Dave, who...
I could go there and finish the report.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
jealous right now. No question.
Dave's gonna slide right in.
So I guess there's not any real touch on that, but Bojangles is not the shit. Are you a video game player? Ugh.
I haven't played in a while, but yeah, I've enjoyed my share of GTA.
You love GTA? Well,
Vice City Stories 4 and 5.
So apparent to Dextero.com, they say that GTA 6, which is the next one we've all been waiting for, it's breaking an industry record for Rockstar, and nobody has any information on it. They already know they're about to beat everyone's game. Every single game that is selling is about to get beat by Grand Theft Auto 6, and nobody knows what is coming. That's almost like the cell phone. Like if you had the cell phone and you know you're about to release it,
oh yeah, aren't PlayStation 5s in short supply?
They really have been. PlayStation 5 was so hard for me and Danielle to get her oldest son. The PlayStation 5 is the most difficult thing to buy because you have to get onto like a messaging list.
Yeah, I still have a PlayStation 4, but it hasn't worked in years, and there's nowhere you can take those things to get them fixed, is there?
Of course there is. You can send them back to PlayStation if you really...
Oh, yeah, I called them. I think they said they wanted $150 just to examine it, and I was like, fuck no. Even if you were guaranteeing it would work perfectly, I'm still not paying $150.
Dude, this game Ghost of Tsushima, we talked about it earlier. You gotta play it. I mean, it is amazing. It's Grand Theft Auto, it's Red Dead Redemption, and it's Assassin's Creed. All in one game. It's so good.
Okay, good.
All right, yeah.
Right, so so it's like already outselling other games? What's going on?
They are predicting it to completely flood the market. So I'm thinking if you're waiting for Grand Theft Auto, what is going to happen is that there's going to be a Christmas that comes up where there is the majority of people have the new system. They're going to knock out a bunch of other things to get people to buy the new systems.
Or there'll be contests at like the Best Buy to buy it, except it'll be like dun 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 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
What I think they're going to do is that they're going to release this Grand Theft Auto game, and it's only going to be available for the new system. And it's actually going to cause people to buy the new Xbox, the new PlayStation, because they are a double market company.
Oh, yeah.
Rockstar works with all the systems.
Yeah, they're not kind of smart.
They don't procrastinate.
Yeah, they're not exclusive to the Xbox like Halo or to the PlayStation like the Crash Bandicoot series was.
I said procrastinate. I fucked that all up. They don't they're not going to choose any system. It's going to be available everywhere, but you have to have the new version of their shit to be able to play that game.
Yeah, I get the feeling that they're going to release GTA 6 itself mostly digitally.
Are you getting it? Second, I've been waiting to buy the new system until the Grand Theft Auto comes out. That is like my buying.
I thought you said you had to be like on some messaging list to be able to buy it, didn't you?
Well, that was a year last Christmas. you had to be in a list, and you have to be a PlayStation member to get the new PlayStation.
Okay.
I still haven't even played the new PlayStation. It was a gift.
Oh, so you have the system here?
No.
Oh, okay. You know what?
We have VR. We got all of the older systems, and that's all fine.
Okay.
Like, I'm cool with all that stuff. But when Grand Theft Auto comes out, I think it's going to be only available on new systems.
Holy shit. Okay, so I just typed PlayStation 5 into Amazon, and
they're expensive.
$900. Yeah, I am waiting until
That's kind of cheap. Last year they were selling for like $2,000.
Yeah, still too pricey for me, at least. At least until, say, my book gets picked up for a film adaptation. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I actually wrote down an idea for a film that I want to create.
Okay, let's have it. Hear it.
All right, we only got a couple minutes, so I'll just break it down to you real quick. Have you ever heard of reincarnation?
Yes.
So the thought of reincarnation is that you die and you are reborn. This happens as many times to your soul.
Until you achieve nirvana. No, wait, that's Buddhism, not Hindu.
No, what it is, it's reincarnation is also in the Christian Bible. It's in a lot of different religions, reincarnation.
Where is it involved in Christianity?
It was removed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's one of the 10 books that were removed, or I think it might be 8 books. It's 8 or 10 books.
Yeah, the church authorities did remove a few books from the Bible, although, you know what, if I were their spokesman, you know what I would have said? I'd have just held up the Bible and been like, look, isn't this book long enough already? I mean, come on. Or
that's probably what happened, and that's why reincarnation's out of it.
Yeah, and although I imagine, you know, they could hold that over Christians as a threat, be like, all right, you people better fall back in line, or I swear to God, we will make this book longer, people. The Catholic Church don't play.
What has happened is that.
So back to your movie idea, reincarnation, reborn.
The movie starts with somebody. They say that reincarnation is that you keep on reliving life on Earth until you actually
get it right.
Until you get it right. And what we need to do is keep on reliving life we're in a skin and bone cage, but our soul keeps on refilling a new cage.
And it's based on your conduct in life.
Right. So what I'm thinking is that I could do a movie called Reincarnation where...
You better come up with a snappier title than that.
No. Why?
Well, because it refers to a general concept, and I'd like to point you to the recent box office flop, The 355. What do you think The 355 was about?
I was actually thinking about making this movie based on the number 3.
Well, take a note from this movie, The 355. Now, answer the question. What do you think?
No, I'm not gonna. Why you shit on my movie already? Because... I didn't even tell you the movie.
Well, you need a better title than Reincarnation. That's like calling a movie... That's like calling, what's a big sports movie?
R3. What I want to name it is R3. I'm going to make it Reincarnation 3.
Okay, in order to get it actually get it made, you're going to have to bend on the title. I'm telling you, the people that are actually
Reincarnation will work. That's a great name.
We're going to have to agree to disagree on that one.
Recar.
Yeah, it might be mistaken for... You see, you put the word car in there, it's going to be mistaken for a Fast and the Furious spinoff.
Carnation.
It'll be they'll think it's about flowers.
Recurrence.
There's all the pieces are there.
Recurrence is really good because your life is recurring. So recurrence.
Okay, there's a good title out there somewhere. All the pieces are there, but my point is, a movie, a title.
I didn't even explain you to the movie. So the movie is that it starts with this person.
Okay.
That is a normal person. Kind of fucking up, kind of really not. It's just a normal guy. He dies. But that's like 35 minutes into the movie. And then a new movie starts. Where like, it's not like the previews or none of that. But like a whole new story starts. 35 minutes into the movie. And it's a whole new like thing. But it's the same person's soul. Okay. So now what we do is we have a new movie starting out. This person, you get to see them from child into adulthood. Then they die. Now all of a sudden you got a third life that goes in. But at the end, we got to tie it in somehow that was the same person living 3 lives. Somebody middle class, somebody poor class, and somebody high class. But it was the same soul. It was a reincarnated soul.
Okay. Could work.
That's what I want to make.
It sounds like I don't think it's going to work as a standard film. I'm thinking a miniseries, streaming series.
Whatever. You know what works is that this is No Outlet Live, and we will see you next week. This is the greatest show that you will ever see. You need to see Anthony. What do you got coming up?
Well, I've got some author events coming up next month where I'll be signing my book.
Oh, you're signing the book, and where are these events at?
The Learned Owl Bookshop in Hudson on Saturday, June 12th from 1 to 3. And Loganberry Books in Shaker Heights on June 12th from 3 to 5.
From 3 to 5. What is the date?
June 12th.
June 12th.
Yes.
That is 8/1/2/22.
That would be 6.
6/1/2.
8 would be August.
22.
I think you've had a few too many beers.
I may have.
Not that you believe in the concept of too many beers.
Why would I?
Well, just remember that your brain cells don't reincarnate. So
they will.
Once they're dead, they stay dead.
No, my soul, that's all bodily.
Right, but for now, your soul needs the container. Never mind. I can see. I'm even as the words are coming out of my mouth, I'm not getting through to you.
This is No Outlet Live, and we'll see you guys next week. Make sure to check us out on every streaming platform. We'll be back with you with Sean bi-weekly Bayhoff.
Awkward silence. This is where the music is supposed to go. I'd like to play some of that Bojangles song, but we don't want to get We don't want a copyright strike or to piss off Mr. Pitbull.
Oh shit.
We do not want to make an enemy out of Mr. Worldwide, do we?
Hold on, make an enemy. I said an enemy. You might be right. I'm cut off.
Yes. Good idea.
It might be a really good idea. This is No Outlet Live. You'll find us everywhere, all the time. We'll fuck with you next week.
We'll see you next time. This has been No Outlet Live.